What's up, everybody? Beast and Bro here. I'm Beastman.
And this is Zeus.
And, sorry we, missed, last week.
Yeah, I was sick.
Yep. And, but, today we're gonna make up for it because we got pretty much a lot of things to talk about today. Some new stuff came out. Some news with Marvel Comics. Some stuff with, anime, news. Some new trailers. That came out yesterday and not yesterday, last week and this week. Talking about there's a new anime coming out called Tank Chair that was based on a manga. There's a new Green Lanterns or just Lanterns trailer coming out that came out last week. And yeah, and we really didn't read anything today, which I only read like part of or all of what's it called? The Darkness, Streets Run Red. It was alright. It's only the second part, which, in this one, Gachiakuta, he kills, like, one of the mob members, but, he came back to life because when the Darkness shot him, when Jackie shot him in the head, he used one of his Darkness guns, and with the bullet to the head, with the darkness powers infused, it revived that guy back to life. But he's like a more evil version, and he keeps seeing like delusions of his past mob members and mob bosses all brought to life and stuff.
Sounds kind of badass.
And so he starts going crazy and starts shooting his own members and stuff like that. And so I'll have to read the first one and the last one, which I have. Just not the first one. And the anime that I watched and finished were just last night I finished Akudama Drive, which is a really good one. It's about it's about this city called Kansai City. It's like riddled with criminals. It has like a huge crime rate. But there's these criminals that are called Akudama. They're called Akudama because they're criminals and they serve they're sentenced to almost 1,000 years in prison, but they're all out there just scattered. And then there's a police force. There's a main police force, and then there's ones that deal with executing the prisoners, which the original police force won't do. They're just called executioners. And so, in the first episode at least, there's a bounty on, there's an execution bounty to where they're actually going to pay the Akudama a bounty to kill this prisoner. Well, actually, no, they have to save the prisoner, but he's about to get executed, and his name is Cutthroat. And he has like a high criminal record because all he does is like obsessed with killing people, and he's killed like 1,000 people. So it's up to like all those criminals to like compete against each other to get that bounty and get paid. And that was just the first episode, but I finished it last night. It was good. It only has one season, but it completes like very well. There's like no reason for it to continue or anything. It's just a well-contained story with just one season. And
How
then
was the other one?
Huh?
How was that one that you got from the Goodwill? How'd that one end?
Oh, I didn't finish that one yet.
Oh no, how's that one going though?
It's going pretty good.
What's that one called again?
Black Lagoon.
Black Lagoon. That's right.
I'm
What's
on.
That one about?
Huh?
I'm sorry. You're on what?
I think I was only on like episode 15, and there's 24 episodes, so I'm almost done with it.
Cool. How's that one going? It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. They just got done with the vampire children. They both ended up dying in the end.
Oh shit! Way to give away a story.
They kind of wanted to die, even though their whole like obsession was with killing people, just like Cutthroat. But that was a different show. I also finished the rest of My Hero Academia, which I think it has 8 seasons, and I think it could have been dwindled down a little bit to like season 7 at least, because they really fill up and expand the fight between All For One and Shigaraki, which are the two main villains Which the first main villain is All for One, and then he corrupts Shigaraki as a kid to turn himself into a villain and tries to take control of his mind and stuff like that. So it ended pretty well. You get to see all the kids grown up, like all the hero kids grown up at the very end and see what they're doing. And it just ends off pretty well. And then I finished Demon Slayer. That one was pretty good. I like the ending, which I wouldn't really say it's quite the ending yet, but it is to that season. Which they have the movie, which is called Infinity Castle, which the last season is leads up to Infinity Castle, where everything just goes all crazy, where all the Hashira members they get dragged into the Infinity Castle where Muzan is, and it's just like a huge room with like multiple doors, and you're just constantly falling. So that's gonna be pretty cool to watch whenever it comes out, which it's been out in theaters since last year. So, but it hasn't came out on like actual release day on like any streaming or DVD yet. But I think it's coming out in July for Japan only at the moment, and onto like streaming or DVD. And I also finished at least season 2 of Spy Family, which was good. I would say most of that is basically just one huge. What do you mean audio?
Ah, shit. Atomic Hero Squad. That's a badass name.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, it's on.
Testing. 1, 2. Ball sack. Ball sack.
Did you put us on mute? Did you mute us, Hero? Did you mute your tab? It's working over here for us. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Spy Family, season 2, which was really good. The main arc of it is that on like episode like 30 all the way up to 35 or 36, Anya wins a trip to get a free cruise on a cruise ship. So Lloyd and Anya go, and then Yor actually has an assassination mission over there to protect certain people. Okay. Yeah, you can hear us now. Good.
Happy Thursday, man. Close to Friday.
Yeah. Yor has a assassination mission to protect some people that are in witness protection that are being hunted by assassins. And so Yor has a mission there to take down those assassins on a big cruise ship. It lasts for like 5 to 6 episodes, which I really think should have been a movie. And I think that was really good. I do think season 1 did fall off in like the later half of it. I thought it started getting really slow, but I managed to finish it a long time ago. I think it was like last when I did the watch history. It said like when I first watching all those, it was like 2023. It's like 3 years ago, like in those early years, or like 2022, like one of those, or 2024. So yeah, it's been a long time since I watched those. So I'm just catching them all up, and I finished a new one. Well, not really a new one. I finished one on Tubi TV. I finished the Bubblegum Crash one, which only had like 3 or 6 episodes, maybe 4. They were like 45 minutes each. The ending was really good. I watched some of the original Bubblegum Crisis, but I thought that one was a bit slower to the action because all the action was like all usually at the end.
Damn.
And
I hate that shit where it just like slowly builds up.
Yeah.
Like, come on, give me something to keep me here. You know.
Yeah. But Bubblegum Crash, especially the last episode, was much better. They started in like there was like a huge thing, huge guy, like scientist related to Celia's father. He was going to use his big giant mech that was Celia's father's project. They used it against the Cyber Sabers and the whole city to try and run everything because he thinks the boomers are better, which are like the older, more advanced robots. And so he built his own. He made his own version of it, but he hijacked the security system for it and started controlling it. And then he made himself into a boomer and started putting himself into this big, giant, sentient, organic creature. And there's a whole the action starts like about like halfway into it, and then it just keeps going and ramping up. It's just
hell yeah.
It's a really good last episode.
Did you ever check out that movie that I was watching the other day on Tubi? The anime movie? I can't remember what it was called. It's about the what city was that? I think it was New York. Either was it New York? I think it's New York. It's in the 80s. It's based on a. I think it's actually the show or the movie was made in the 80s, but it was about them in the 80s, like 80s New York or 80s California, one of those two, and but it turns out they're on a spaceship.
Oh yeah, that Megaton thing or 23 or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but that was a badass movie though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The main character, he's he rides a little motorcycle or whatever, and he finds this one motorcycle. Motorcycle happens to be a spit like a little rocket ship kind of thing, and it has like it has like weapons on it and shit like that. And then the government tries to like find him and take it down, and they start making think about it like kind of like nothing like V for Vendetta, but how the government is like. They're dirty and they're trying to keep their secrets to themselves, but this dude is like exposing them. It's actually a pretty badass show or movie.
Oh, okay. I know there's another one also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched most of it and then but I was tired. I put it on in the background so I could go to sleep, but I ended up catching myself like actually wanting to watch the movie, but it gets it ramps up in like action and stuff too. It's not just like a boring there's some good action and stuff in it too. It's a pretty badass movie.
I watched the one that had there was 6 episodes. I think it was originally a movie and they split it off into episodes and they just added an intro and an outro to it.
Oh, okay.
It was called EX Driver, about like there's this city where most of the cars are AI powered, and like there's gas fueled cars that are like really rare. And so there's these this company called EX Driver where they take down rogue AI cars. So like they'll be the main characters are Lorna and Lisa, and then there's a new one that comes out. He's like a little kid. His name is Soichi, and they start taking down.
Sorry, we had some technical difficulties.
Yep.
Computer crashed. We're too fucking awesome. The computer couldn't handle it.
Yeah, we're back.
If you thought a lack of sound was bad, try that.
Anyway, talking about EX Driver, basically the gist of it is that basically cars are like Tesla cars, self-driving cars, and then the X Driver crew, they take out rogue AI cars that take control of the driver's controls of the cars. And now we're gonna just move into trailers. First we're gonna talk about Tank Chair, which is coming out this fall.
For those of you who don't know, I'm in a wheelchair myself. So Beastman had found this this comic that's coming out, or this anime that's coming out, and they're supposed to be coming out with the manga too, right?
No, manga's been out. They're just doing an anime adaptation.
Oh, okay, they're doing the anime based on manga. Okay.
You want to roll that real quick and show everybody?
Yeah, so this is my tank chair. Oh yeah. So Beastman had saw it and he was like, "Hey, look, we might found something that you like, And so we're gonna check. I checked out a quick little trailer. Oh, excuse me. I checked out a quick little trailer the other day. So we're gonna watch it with you now. And it's in Japanese, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Japanese, so if you can't read subtitles, sorry.
It's just, oh, here we go, this one.
I can do that. Just go. We should dress up like them. I'll dress up like the guy on the chair. You dress up like the little girl. Hell yeah. Donkuchi.
Yeah. I heard it's supposed to be like similar to Chainsaw Man, which is really cool.
That looks pretty badass, though. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I'd actually check that out. Donkuchi.
And checking out the Green Lanterns. Wait, no.
Oh, they put out a new one?
Yeah. The Lanterns trailer, the second one. Which is a better trailer. But I think it's the one they should have.
Trailer 2 right there at the...
Yeah, I'm just making sure. Because usually the M and the RN.
Well, no, yeah, there you go, right there.
Yeah. 10 days ago last week.
And we've decided to get HBO Max in the next month or so. So that whenever it comes out, we can follow along with you guys and watch it and give you. Now we can't. This like when we talk about manga and talk about the other things that we watch, we kind of give a lot of spoilers. This we'll try not to give spoilers.
Yeah.
Just try to try to keep it as unspoiled as possible for you guys, just to give you our thoughts on what we think. But
You did in the comics too. So not to that.
yeah. So I definitely like that trailer a lot more.
Yeah, that's what I figured. The trailer is a little bit better. Should have been the first one they showed. Basically.
Well, I mean, they gotta bring you in though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, not with that trailer though. The
that
one
first
they
trailer,
first showed.
it was just very vague. It was just, it's just.
Yeah, but calling it lanterns and there's like no relation except the names.
Well, they showed you the ring.
Barely.
Yeah, and then they showed you the lantern. At the very end of it. But
Very vague. Besides the names.
Yeah, it's so vague. All you get is lanterns. But no, I mean it's that you are right. They should have probably opened with that. It probably wouldn't have got so much hate in the first. But you know, you never know what the show's gonna be like until you fucking watch it. So, when's it come out?
August 16th, I think.
August 16th. Oh, okay, so not too far.
Just gonna skim through a little bit.
Oh yeah, I like how the beginning of like the first maybe like 30 seconds is literally the same scenes from the original trailer except for just elaborated.
Yeah.
Like it's literally you get the same scene and then it just kind of like adds to the rest of what that scene was. Instead, like you just redoing the trailer but more elaborated. It's crazy.
I do think this looks better though.
Yeah, no, it does look badass. It gives me hope that they might actually go somewhere. Maybe.
And then how just coming over there and uses his ring to construct a big old dome. I still don't like their dynamic though. I know that was a reference to the comics. Because there was one comic where he actually does use money out of a construct money.
I think the dynamic is just because that dynamics worked in so many other things. Like you got like Riggs and Murtaugh who like hate each other, and you know what I'm saying. Like Riggs is kind of like the fly by the seat of your own pants kind of guy, and Murtaugh is like very like reserved and trying to not get into shit. You know, and then you've got this, which is kind of like...
I can understand that for what it is.
Well,
but
yeah, I know.
Considering, like, it's based on something already existing, it's like going from characters that don't act like how they usually are into this one. That's like
the whole... comic snob. No, I'm just fucking with you. But I do like that, though. That would be the only thing I use that ring for. And maybe to build a pocket pussy or something, but...
Oh my god.
That was cool.
And then what he said right there about like having to fight for your ring, like you don't fight for the ring, it chooses you.
Yeah.
You don't fight for it. It's not something you fight for. It chooses you whether you're worthy or not. And then you live up to it.
Well, I think maybe this is him showing that he could live up to the ring's potential, if that makes, or to the ring, what the ring wants. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's showing he gets his own ring. It's not like he takes Hal Jordan's ring away from him. Though.
Yeah, but I think Hal is. I think the dynamic, or I think it's showing you that maybe he's already fit to wear the ring, but because Hal is like old and he's already kind of like on his way out, kind of thing. That he's trying to get this guy to prove that he's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like make like kind of like what the military does. It strips you down and breaks you down so it can build you back up. That might be like what Hal's doing to him, is trying to like strip him down.
John in the comics is already a seasoned Marine.
Yeah, I know, but you're taking a Marine and turning them into a fucking intergalactic cop. You know what I'm saying? It's very different. There's aspects that may be the same, but it is very different. And so maybe Hal's just trying to get him to like slowly understand what it is to like what this responsibility is. You know, it's not just being a fucking Marine. You know, there's a lot more to it, and there's a lot more at stake when you become this. You know what I mean? That's my interpretation, though. That was kind of gay. Yeah. Storm out over my dead butt. Flies off like a fairy.
And they're also about like the same age also in the comics. Like John and Hal. And people have been thinking if they'll kill Hal Jordan off like early.
I doubt it.
Even though there is already going to be a new writer for another season.
Oh, so it's already...
renewed for another season, yeah.
And it hadn't even come out yet.
Yeah. And it's by like someone that again has no knowledge of Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So, which is pretty stupid. So I don't know how he's gonna write it.
Well, let's hope he fucking deep dives into the comics.
Yeah. He's also written comics, so at least like he's written
he
for
understands the
Marvel.
love of comics and how they should work.
Now, hopefully. I don't know if they were received well, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be in comics, but doesn't mean you're a good comic writer.
Mm-hmm.
That suit looks alright, but I do think
It's a
it.
little too bulky.
Yeah, it is too bulky. It's the same thing, same problem with the
At least it's
suit.
fucking green though.
Well, not in the right color, because like the whole.
Okay, Mr. Snob.
Well, I'm just saying because it's like set in the past, like the whole
Oh well, yeah,
the
you're
color
right.
grading.
Yeah.
Like they could have made it like stand out more at least. Like because I know this is like from like all the way in the past because he's like talking to someone,
Mm-hmm.
which it's about the show right here. Like he's like talking to someone in a cell. People are thinking that's Sinestro, but I don't think it is.
I thought his name was Sinistro.
Sinestro. I know it's like SNI or SEI or SNES or SNI. Some people spell it differently. Sometimes it's SNI, sometimes it's SNE. And then that's Guy Gardner. He
That's
was,
Gardner.
yeah.
He looks goofy as shit.
I know, because
Like butchered his
they
haircut.
wanted to go to his original comics accurate haircut, which is why it's like that. Which is it's fucking stupid. You'll get a haircut right, but not everything else, which is pretty stupid.
He'll change the whole entire movie, but get one dude's haircut right.
And then right here, that gun thing, which is weird, which I think they're trying to put the yellow core type of
Yellow is fear, right?
yeah, like anxiety and fear and stuff like that.
They're trying to induce him full of anxiety and fear.
Yeah, but I don't know why they're doing it in this way. Which it's based on emotion. You change into that, and then the ring will change into like what your actual feeling, but like stay core to that only.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know why they're going to like this direction and turning it into like some type of technical like device, like something you stick in and into someone. So I don't. Unless he's wearing the ring, I don't think he'll actually do that.
Well, he's a Marine, bro.
I know he's like a seasoned sniper.
This
also.
part was cool though.
Yeah,
How
this makes sense.
He shoots that fucking sniper and it just like blows up. That was pretty badass.
Now, some people are saying that's part of the OA, except like in disguise apparently.
Oh, that would make sense, especially that dumb look on her face.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly who she is yet.
Oh, August 16th.
Yeah, 16.
Sweet.
Yeah, and yeah, I think they should have showed this one at the start, better than the first one. Yeah, it was alright. Still some criticisms there, but not as bad. Some news, anime news. Where was it? It was like last week or something. I'm gonna have to search it. I thought it was on here. So I went to the site. Kadokawa.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, there we go. Here. Oh, of course, right there. From the same site I was just at. Here we go. Kadokawa cites excessive reliance on the Isekai genre as one of the major causes of the decline in profitability in its domestic publishing businesses or business. In its new midterm management plan, Kadokawa addresses recent financial losses driven by the company's bias towards proven genres, which in this case is Isekai, which is a popular genre that's been dragged out, been overdue.
Overdone.
Yeah, overdone. Let's read some of it. There you go. Last week, Japanese manga, anime, and game publishing giant Kadokawa announced its consolidated earnings results for the fiscal year ended in March 2026. According to the report, the company has suffered a 51.3% decrease in operating profit compared to the previous year, driven by poor performance of its core publishing and IP creation business, a 51.6% decrease in operating profits on year, recently published plans for excessive reliance on existing winning patterns as one of the major factors contributing to the decline in profit across the publishing sector. Knowledge of recent bias by proven genres, just as Isekai and Narukai, which Isekai just means someone from the real world goes into like completely like fantasy world,
like an alternate universe kind of thing.
Like the Sword Art Online, which is like about a kid that gets like a VR headset and he goes into this like medieval world, but the problem is that those players are trapped, and once you die in the game, you die in real life, and you have to like survive like this huge tower of floors.
It sounds
And
like that game, fucking The Gamer.
yeah,
Is
kind
that
of like
it?
that.
Like with the yeah, it sounds like Gamer. The
No,
Gamer
but it's
world.
like a MMORPG.
Hmm.
And I thought the first season was good because it focused on that concept, and then once it goes towards the latter season, it just becomes something completely different. It didn't stay true to what it wanted to be. But Konosuba, there's another one which I actually enjoyed because I think it's funny. And there's another one that's out. I think it's called RE0. About like a guy that goes into like another world again, except like whenever he dies, like something changes and something like that. I'm not particularly sure what it's about, but some of the concept. Then you have that time I got reincarnated as, and sometimes it's a slime, sometimes it's a spider. There's one about like being a vending machine.
The fuck?
Yeah.
That is a big thing in Japan, though.
Yeah. But yeah, but the over reliance on it is like taking a turn for the worse for them. Uh, but there are ones that actually do it well. It's just that when you keep relying on it, it becomes a bit of a downturn and downfall.
Well, whenever you have something that works and you continue to use it, people get tired of that shit. You
Yeah.
know, like, and you're only doing it because you're trying to rake up your profit. You're like, oh, that one worked and it's making us a lot of money. Let's fucking do it again. Let's do it again. And then there comes a point where it's a point of diminishing returns.
Yeah.
You start losing money because people are tired of the shit that you're, like, come up with something fresh.
Exactly.
You know, like you came up with this. I'm sure you can come up with something else. Don't just pump a bunch of shit out there, and tell us that it's cake.
Yeah. There's some other news too. Let's go back. Oh, the anime corner. Let's go to Twitter real quick. I saved some stuff there. Hold on, boy. What? I think I bookmarked it. Hopefully. Let's see if I got a bookmark of it. Oh no. I had an anime corner of it. Oh yeah, right there.
Faith Tanaka. Jujutsu Kaisen. I've heard of that.
Oh, here's one. This is just a recent news. Um, George Wada calls for a Japanese Anime Awards. Meanwhile, criticisms of Crunchyroll Anime Awards return for another year. Um, which was alright, but I watched some of it, not all of it. The Crunchyroll Anime Awards, and it leaned towards like the American audiences, and it's also banned in Japan, which makes no sense. And like the only like Japanese people that were there were like the actual musicians, the actual bands that actually performed at the awards, and everybody else was like all American. You even had like, the Weekend artist there nominating the anime of the year, which was My Hero Academia, the final season. But yeah, production, IG, and WIT Studio President George Wada has called for a Japanese Anime Awards, and recent comments made at a conference on the sustainable development of Japan's anime industry, sharing what he felt would strengthen the anime industry's sustainability. Wada called for improvements in human resources development and working conditions, as well as a skill certification system and the Japanese version of Anime Awards, which I agree with. These comments were made on April 16th and published on May 25th. Other comments from leading industry figures are below. Nippon Animation Representative Director Kazuko Ishikawa spoke about the need to train new animators, develop human resources, digitize animation production. I don't know about that one. Because they're going towards like more AI and stuff.
Oh, fuck that.
Strengthen overseas collaboration and create more regional bases. Most anime studios are in Tokyo. Mappa CEO Manabu Atsuka spoke about growth strategies such as in-house IP management. Mappa self-funds the Chainsaw Man anime, whereas most anime are funded by a committee of companies. A1 Pictures CEO Akira Shimizu spoke about the differences in business structures such as companies that are part of a broader group like A1 Pictures is to Aniplex, the Sony Group, and share back office infrastructure. Because Crunchyroll owns Sony. I mean, Sony owns Crunchyroll. And so most of that is more like more international than like focused on one central country, which I think is kind of a bad idea. Toei Animation Senior Director Kichiro Yamada said Japan needs to target global audiences with its works. The company is developing the film Hypergalactic to reach international audiences, address piracy, and develop further touchpoints with children and international audiences. Bandai Namco Filmworks operating officer Ai Takai spoke of the importance of marketing and establishing legitimate anime distribution infrastructure in areas where anime isn't as popular. Which that is true for some.
So they're trying to integrate it into more public
Well, just that global,
demographics.
yeah.
Yeah, more demographics. They're trying to integrate it.
Which is good, but like sometimes Crunchyroll has been known to use like AI in their subtitles, and it's been known to say the wrong things, to translate the wrong things, and then you have translators from America that completely change what the translation is actually saying in the dubs. So
yeah, I noticed that watching I watch a lot of Jackie Chan movies and stuff like that, like older ones. Not there's some newer ones too, but I like watching older like kung fu flicks and shit.
Yeah.
And you can clearly tell when like some of them I like watching in the original language because you can get more of the feel of the movie, and some of them I watch in English. So, but whenever you watch the ones uh, in the original language, which is usually Cantonese,
Yeah.
but whenever you watch them, you can whenever they dub it, you can tell that it's an American making up the words or like that are like that's translating the words for you. But when you watch the original language and you're watching the subtitles are way different. And I know this because I watched one movie in English dubbed, and then watched the same movie in the original language and just read the subtitles. Subtitles are way different.
Yeah.
Uh, so you can clear like there's a clear difference between the people like the that are translating them. You know, it's just about which one is closer. Now I don't speak Cantonese, so I couldn't tell you which one's closer, but I can tell you that whoever wrote the translation for the original language was probably closer because they were probably actually like Cantonese speakers because you could tell the wording was a lot different than what we would use.
Yeah.
But when you watch the dub version, you could tell that it's dumbed down for us. Like they're using words and things that we would like phrases and stuff that we would use that they wouldn't even use in Cantonese. So
yeah, trying to modernize it,
exactly,
basically.
and so you can tell the difference. So if it's not done correctly, it does lose some of its feeling.
There's one show I think is called Promare, and there's another one something about like the Dragon Maid, where both of those I think it was on Promare is by I think it's by Studio Trigger that did the animation, but the dubbing was completely off. You're talking about like what's up, my friends, and non-binary hoes and bitches or something like that.
The fuck?
And in the original language, he said like nothing like that. So, they need to be like completely fired from there. And there was another one about Dragon Maid anime. Oops. There's like this one scene, the English dub says something about like, oh, they won't appeal to my standards of how I dress or something because I'm a girl or something. And the other one said it completely different. Miss Kobayashi, Dragon Maid.
Now, some things don't make sense the way that they say it, so it would make sense, you know, but you have to choose the right translations. You know what I'm saying? Like some things that they say in a different language, especially in an Asian language, they do talk very, like their sentence structures are very different and the words that they use are very different to ours. So it does make sense that it would be a little bit different so that we could understand it in the way that we perceive things. But when you're just adding your own words to it, that's when you start fucking the shit up.
And there's also another one, which it's not from this right here, but there's an anime show where they were actually having a Christmas party, and the people, like the actual Japanese language, they say like Merry Christmas, but in the subtitles they said Happy Holidays.
Like they literally said it.
Exactly.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And then subtitles it just said Happy Holidays. Like it's so stupid, trying to like modernize everything. And then there was like another one. I think it was in one of the Dragon Ball series. One of the characters, I think it was Trunks or something. He's like, "Oh yeah, no cap," or something like that. Like trying to use modern slang. It's so stupid. Which I hope there was a abridged version. Which abridged version are just like basically like fan like parody type of translations, which I'm fine with that because you're just making like your own fun of it. But when it's the official thing, it's not right.
Yeah, you got a translator working for an official show saying no cap. That's
Yeah,
definitely not what some Asian. That's not what a Japanese person would
yeah,
say.
exactly.
You tell a Japanese person no cap in or in their language, they're gonna take off their hat.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, and there's another one about like polar opposites.
I like how you pulled up the video but didn't even play the video.
Well, that's not the right video.
Oh. Oh shit! What the?
Oh yeah. I think it's on you and I are polar opposites. Yeah, like that one scene where a guy and a girl. Well, a guy was something like, "Hey, aren't you a chud?" or something like that, or I'm acting like a chud.
I hate that fucking term.
Yeah.
Just because that racist fuck.
And something about like this girl right there, saying something completely out of character, also. But yeah, I just don't like it when they do go their own way of translation.
Well, they're taking away from the integrity of the character when they do that.
Yeah, they are.
The character would not say that shit. You know, you say that shit, not the character. You know, so you're taking away from the integrity of what that character is meant to be and how they would, you know, like different people speak a different way because they interpret the world differently. Whenever you start speaking a certain way, you're saying that this person interprets the world to say it that way. You know, and I don't think she'd go around calling people fucking chuds and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. That I can't agree with you on when it comes to that kind of shit. I don't agree with that fucking shit at all.
And
But
let's see if I had anything else bookmarked. Oh, probably just one more thing. But there's a creator of a new anime series called Gachiakuta or Gachiakuta. But like there's I think it's about these people that are like in the slums and they get like special powers or something. I'll just bring up the trailer. Gachiakuta.
she said with the Japanese like Gachiakuta. It sounds like you're saying gotcha cunt and like the
And this new series came out. Yeah, there's kids that are like thrown in a pit.
what's that?
Yeah.
Sweet. So a couple episodes ago, or maybe it was the last episode because it was a week or 2 weeks ago, but I brought up how some anime I don't like because it's too busy.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example of something that would be too busy for me. Like that's
Well, it's just a trailer.
no, I know, but it shows the style.
Yeah.
And for me, that style is too busy for my personal. It's too much for my brain. I can't handle it. I like things to be a bit more grounded. Not certainly, it doesn't have to be grounded very well, but it just the style of it just to me is a little bit too busy.
But the creator of that show, Kai Urana, was she like had to remove. Apparently, she deactivated her social media account, and then she got back up on it, but just made it private because she's been getting so much controversy over it, just because fans of her characters were saying they were like trans and non-binary, even though the creators said absolutely none of that, and she said none of my characters are anything of what you claim claim them to be. And then when she said that, she started getting like a bunch of backlash for it. And then so her and the graffiti artist that helped with her like doing the design of the art, they both removed their accounts. And then today I think she just reactivated her account and then just made it private. So it's so stupid when you have like fans, like actual fans, and then you have ones that claim to be your fans, but all they do is harass you because you don't agree with the with what's in their head of what their version should be that you made. But seeing like their own version of it should be what you should create instead. Yeah. Or like how there was this one female character that was in the show, and people were claiming that she was trans for some reason because she said something like I'll show you what being a man is really like, which is a different context because she's a tomboy.
She's just trying to show a dude that he's a bitch. Like, she's better. Like, yeah, stupid. But because of all the shit that they're polluting their minds with these days, everybody thinks this or that has to do with that shit. But I'm gonna let you finish this one out. Me and Blue I have to go do the dishes.
Okay.
But I'll let you finish this one out. This is Zeus. I'm signing off for right now. I have to go handle some shit real quick, and then but I'll let you finish this one off.
Okay.
Deuces. We're almost done anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I didn't want to make it.
This will be the last pointer anyway.
All right, cool. Come on, Blue.
Yeah, so Kai Urana, the author of the popular manga Gachiakuta, has faced ongoing backlash and online toxicity from parts of the Western fandom, ultimately leading her to permanently deactivate her from her Twitter account. I'm not calling it X, it's so stupid. The controversy stems from cultural misunderstandings, character headcanons, piracy, and fan entitlement. Overview of controversy, cosplay, and representation claims. The most prominent issue arose when Urana reposted a video of a Japanese fan doing a cosplay dance for her character Jabber, because the cosplayer used green onions, which are called leeks, to mimic dreadlocks. Some viewers accused the video and Urana of cultural insensitivity and racism. She subsequently... Hold on. Let me turn this off real quick. Oh, okay. Never mind. She subsequently deleted the post and issued an apology, which she shouldn't have done. But the backlash continued. Yeah, that's what you get when you apologize to people that complain. They just give power. They just give power over you. Fanfiction and OC boundaries. Urana have previously asked fans not to use omission manga cover designs as templates for their original characters, explaining that it caused confusion with official material. This boundary upset some fans. They're not fans, dude. Who accused her of limiting their creative expression. No, they're just delusional tourists. They don't care about your your artwork or your creativity at all. Character headcanons Urana faced harassment after clarifying the gender and backgrounds of certain characters. For example, when fans pushed the headcanon that one of her characters was trans or non-binary, she clarified the character was male, which prompted further toxicity from some readers. Oh, I thought it was a female girl. I'll have to probably look at the character. Anti-piracy stance. Urana has spoken out against the piracy of her work, advocating for legal, accessible platforms. This drew the ire of certain online groups who argued with her about the accessibility of manga rather than addressing copyright issues. After enduring weeks of toxicity and purity testing and unrelenting harassment, Urana officially deactivated her Twitter account, stating that the rising chaos and online drama were actively interfering with her creative work. She also locked down the comment sections on her Instagram to curb her harassment. Her departure has sparked a wider conversation within the anime and manga community about entitlement and the mistreatment of Japanese creators by Western audiences. So as broader impact, yeah. We can discuss differences between Western and cultures and look for information, blah blah blah. Yeah, so I just think it's so stupid. First of all, I don't think creators should be interacting with tourists like that. Just basically just share and promote your work. Just address the compliments. Give the fans what they want, but do it in your own vision. Don't appeal to the naysayers and people trying to change your creative vision. That's all I gotta say for it. But I wanted to go on one more thing since I mentioned Marvel Comics in the title, basically. Marvel Midnight. Here we go. Comic Watch. Alright. Now, was it Bleeding Cool? Marvel Midnight from upcoming Midnight Universe. Chad Burdett. Following up on the reveal of all new, all terrifying Midnight Universe, proud to lift the curtain on the first look inside the debut series from writer Jonathan Hickman, known for House of X, Ultimate Spider-Man, and artist Matteo Del Font from Nova Centurion, along with movie homage variant covered by Bjorn Behrens. Midnight is coming to Marvel this fall. Unveils first titles. Yeah. Who is this from? Jordan D. White, senior editor of the series. Marvel press release. We were very keen to have Mateo on this series, and we have not been disappointed. His storytelling is so good. Yeah, okay. And he is absolutely nailing every aspect of Jonathan's script. Cannot be more thrilled to be working on shaping Midnight Line. Everyone has been cut loose, and is truly firing on all cylinders. I cannot wait for everyone to see these books. So, the first one is about X-Men, some of the X-Men, turning into vampires. And it looks like Storm, basically the main vampire, and it looks like Nightcrawler is going to be slaying them. Which I think it's already been done before. Well, Marvel characters as vampires, which was called Blood Hunt, which was a Blade series, which was about, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. It was not received very well. And the next one, this is just some of the comic, or is this the Preacher or something? Oh, that's still X-Men. Okay, that's a little preview of it. I wonder if it'll show the other one on here. Storm, of course, biting someone. Oh, Jean, or Phoenix is what it looks like she's biting on. We got Wanda there. Oh wait, there's 2 different Wandas? No, that can't be right. And there's Quicksilver. Oh, that's gotta be someone else. Oh, both can't be Wanda. Oh, that's probably, oh, what's her name? Polaris, I think? Which is, another one of Magneto's daughters. And I don't know who that is. No, this guy. I know that's Quicksilver. I think that's gotta be Magneto right there. Cause like all those orbs just reminds me of the X-Men movie. That's by Jonathan Hickman, Delafonte. That's like the what was it, Fright Night or something like that, paying homage to that vampire movie. There's another one, bro. That can't be all of it. There was 3 of them. There's a Fantastic Four one, and there's a. How about the whole thing? Here we go. Marvel.com. There's an X-Men one, of course, going into vampires. There's another one about the Fantastic Four exploring the cosmic of space, like the cosmic horror of space, which has already been done before, which is a comic called Planetary, which was received very well. I think that was by Benjamin Percy or Philip Kennedy Johnson, which they're all 3 going to be included in here. Yeah, here we go. Fantastic Four by Benjamin Percy writing and Kev Walker illustrating. Spider-Man PKJ by Philip Kennedy Johnson and C Tronk gonna be the illustrator. And the Spider-Man one is gonna go over again with Peter Parker transforming into Man Spider again, but instead he's gonna be experimented on by the Osborn Company. And I don't like this because they're doing the same thing they've already done before. Here we go. Obsessive scientist delves into the secrets of the universe, perhaps best left unknown to mankind, leaving himself and 3 others warped in strange and horrifying ways. What horrible secrets lie in the new dimensions they have discovered, and can humanity survive the discovery? Getting the chance to explore his darkest impulses, Percy explains, if you read my work, you know that I see the world through a dark, disturbed lens. To me, it's always midnight, Percy explained. When Hickman called me, it was from a landline in the basement of a abandoned house with wires cut. I doubt that. Just exaggerating right there. Blood poured from the receiver into my ear. I said yes. When I imagined this other version of Marvel, a terrifying poison universe, in my mind it immediately went to Fantastic Four, which doesn't make sense. This is a title I have always loved. Okay, sure. But would never be allowed to write otherwise. How you doubt it? Now I can lean into my worst instincts. It's about to be your worst. And reimagine their story as the one of cosmic Lovecraftian dread, which has already happened. I am joined in by the visionary Kev Walker, who is hard at work bringing a new origin story from Marvel's first family to screaming to life, which is not a new origin story because it's already been done before. I can't wait to share our nightmares with you. And going on to Midnight Spider-Man, Philip Kennedy Johnson, which he's been doing a successful run of the Immortal Hulk or the Infernal Hulk, which has some horrifying body horror in there. And come out October this year. Young Peter Parker is transformed into a hideous spider hybrid by the ruthless Oscorp Corporation in their pursuit for eternal life, and Oscorp begins to use the secrets unlocked by his mutation to create a more human animal hybrid. Peter embraces his grotesque new form to stop them. The work we're doing right now on the Midnight Line feels like history being made, which is not. You're just retelling it, which has already been done before. Johnson shared, we're all bringing creator-owned sensibilities to our projects. We are redefining boundaries. We're reinventing these timeless characters. No, they're not. In a way that's never been done, which is false. Midnight is nothing like the main line, nothing like the ultimate line. You will see things in these books that will shock you. No, it won't. You don't take on a job like reinventing Spider-Man to go halfway. He continued, I'm leaving it all in the ring with Midnight Spider-Man, and I know Jonathan and Ben are doing the same. No, I will not pre-order any of that, or get, especially reading a digital copy. I don't do digital comics unless I'm reading a free sample of what I'm getting into. And that's about it. Yeah, so yeah. And I think Midnight, it should have been at least like Midnight Suns or something. Something with actual horror characters that actually makes sense to a horror type of universe. And they're just doing this because of DC's absolute universe. But will it last long? I highly doubt it. Probably like maybe 6 months to a year at the maximum. But I don't think it's gonna last very long. Because let's see. Fantastic Four Planetary. Whoops. No, dummy. Planetary. Comic run. It's already been done before. Classic comic series Planetary, written by Warren Ellis and drawn by John Cassaday, features an evil analog of the Fantastic Four known as the Four. To explore or... oh yeah, I don't care. While the real Marvel Fantastic Four has a rich 60-plus year publication history, their dark counterparts in Planetary serve as major antagonists. Here is everything you need to know about the Fantastic Four. Instead of the heroic family, the Four, Randall Dowling, Kim Susikind, William Leather, and Jacob Green gain superpowers after stumbling upon an alien ship. They operate as a ruthless, highly secretive, and fascist cabal. They hoard superhuman technology, artifacts, and knowledge for themselves rather than sharing it with the world. Their primary goal is to maintain the status quo and to keep humanity suppressed so they can rule from the shadows. The conflict. Protagonists of Planetary are a team of archaeologists of the impossible, Elijah Snow, Jaquita Wagner, and the drummer, who travel the world documenting and preserving the secret history of the 20th century because Four are hoarding the world's wonders and ruthlessly destroying anyone who gets in their way. Planetary operates as their main opposition. For a constant shadowy threat throughout the series, 27-issue run, but specific story arcs deeply deconstruct the Fantastic Four mythology. Planetary number 6, Space Wars. The issues heavily satirizes the origin of Fantastic Four, revealing their space flight was originally backed by rogue Nazi scientists. Number 10, Magic and Loss, explore a strategic alternate universe tragedy involving characters deeply tied to the Fantastic Four tropes. Planetary and Fantastic Four Night on Earth. Official crossover where the real Fantastic Four cross paths and Planetary team, contrasting the two drastically different versions of the heroes. So, it might go in that direction, except instead of using the alternate versions like the 4, they're going to use the original team, but make it more horror centric, which this one probably is. And not gonna go through Blood Risk because that's already been done. Already explained with the X-Men going with vampires. Spider-Man. Oops. That hyphen. Man, Spider comic. What's up?
So live?
Yeah. What? You're fine.
I have a shirt on.
Oh, okay. And Spider comic, which has already been done before, which was with Spider-Man versus Punisher, or Punisher versus Spider-Man. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it was in the animated series. It's already been done before with the. Yes, he did. I Monster. There's one right there. Oh, piss off. Let's see. Oh, stop it. He has. Look at that. It's right there, literally. It just doesn't show like the 6 arms, or yeah, the 4 arms like in the animated series. But yeah, he's been turned into a monster before. You can like see right there, he's turning like part into a monster spider right there. So it's been done before. I don't really have any hope for the Midnight Comics series. But yeah. Of course, my brother Zeus, he's had to do laundry and stuff, and maybe take a shower. Wait, no, not take a shower. Just basically just clean himself up. But anyway, it's just me. Yeah. I don't know what you all think about everything that we just discussed. Like I said, Kaiurana, don't appeal to the tourists, people that don't respect your work. Don't appeal to them. Definitely don't apologize to them. Your work is your own. Your vision is your own. Stick to your artwork. Don't change for anybody else, and don't ever apologize to them. Because what you did, like, nothing wrong. There was nothing that you did was wrong. About the anime awards, Japanese, that's a good idea. But I've heard that there's already a Japanese anime award show called the Tokyo Anime Awards, which I looked on the Wikipedia, but it looks like they haven't been prominent since like probably 2024 or 2025. So I think that needs to come back. And though Crunchyroll Anime Awards, I know some of it can be good, like the awards, but it's basically just like the Game Awards, how all the judges are basically all from the corporate upper ups, Sony of course, and the American companies, and journalists, even some streamers and YouTube influencers. Like, come on, dude. Like, what are y'all doing? And it goes by, like, who's the most popular, which I don't really understand it, which, if you're gonna have it just like the Game Awards and have, like, little fans say in the awards, like, just what's the point in doing that in the first place when the whole company is just gonna vote on everything and the company counts it, but you're not counting the actual fans' votes for it. I just think that's so stupid. And the Lanterns trailer 2 trailer, I think it is a little bit better. They should have showed that one first. I still don't like the whole dynamic between John and Hal, or Hal and John Stewart, Hal Jordan and John Stewart. Some things I don't like it, but I do think it is a step up from the original teaser trailer. And I know there's some controversy about what Supergirl, the actress of Supergirl, has said, but she just wants to ruin her reputation of people going to see her movie. It's just classic Hollywood. And I think that's about it. So I'll catch you all later. Peace.